Hello students, welcome to our class. Hope you are all fit and fine. I think you have watched and got an idea about our previous video. In our previous video, we have learnt about pronouns in your grammar and more and writing skills in your material. Topic is description of feelings. And I also think you have completed the assigned work in your previous video. Let's have a recapitulation of learnt topic in your previous video and then we'll start our today's session. Pronouns. Pronoun is used in place of noun. And I have assigned you work in your previous video. I am going to announce the answers of that homework. Give necessary directions. Remember to begin your directions with a word that replaces a noun. Underline all such words in the questions and the answers. Where is the library? It is next to the staff room. Already that was given as a specimen in your grammar and more. Second one. He should take right and go straight. Number 3. She should take left and walk straight and should take left again and walk to the room next to the staff room. 4. He should take right, walk straight and then take right again and walk to the room next to the library. I am reading slowly, children. If you have written any mistakes, you can erase and correct your mistakes. I have already guided you many times. Write the answers in your grammar and more with a pencil. Not only in grammar and more, even in textbook also. Then there will be possibility to erase and correct your mistakes. 5. He should go straight and turn right. 6. She should go behind the classroom. 'Fill in the blanks with the pronouns that refer to the underlined nouns. 1. The teacher left 2 books here. Where are those? 2. It. 3. He. 4. I. 5. You. 6. We. 7. They. 8. They. 9. They. 10. They. 11. Them. 12. They. Here why did we write they here instead of writing he? Shubit is going to the painting competition with his father. So 2 members are going there. Along with Shubit, his father is also coming or his father is also going. That's why we have written here they, even though they have underlined only Shubit. Such kind of sentences has to be observed by you very carefully to answer correctly. Fill in the blanks with the suitable pronouns. So here I am reading out they have given in the form of dialogue. I am reading out the names of the characters. Then you can understand very easily. Teacher. 1. You. Again in student, they have given numbers also to avoid confusion. So you can understand very easily. 2. You. 3 already they have given me. 4. I. 5. It. 6. I. 7. You. 8. You. 9. Me. 10. He. C. Tick the correct options. 1. Me. 2. 2 blanks they have given, children. First blank her, second blank it. 3. It. 4. Her. 5. He. 6. Me. 7. It. 8. Him. 9. They. It. 10. They. Her. 11. She. Me. Now we will go through the exercises related to relative pronouns. Fill in the blanks with the correct relative pronouns from the boxes. 1. Which. 2. Which. 3. That. 4. Who. 5. Which. 6. Who. XSD. Use relative pronouns to combine the sentences. Make any changes needed. First one already done for you. I bought the book. Our teacher asked us to buy it. I bought the book that our teacher asked us to buy. Number 2. Here is the man who gave me directions to the museum. 3. Have you seen the book which I left on this table? 4. This is a novel that I really enjoyed reading it. 5. Here is a beautiful necklace that I want you to see it. 6. Meet Mr. Kumar, whose article appeared in yesterday's newspaper. 7. Shiva is an engineer whose invention got him an award. 8. That is my cousin whose sons study in London. 9. This is Vani who is making the science model with me. See 10th one, children. I enjoy watching cartoons which are shown on Crazy Kids channel at 9 p.m. 11. Hari is my friend whom I have great faith in him. Tara met the principal who gave her solution to the problem. Exercise E. Fill in the blanks with the relative pronouns. First one, who. And here, woman who invented radium, Marie Curie. Invention which J.L. Byde made, television. 3. Indian whose autobiography is called Wings of Fire, APJ Abdul Kalam. World famous Indian monument which was built by a king in the memory of his queen. You can find answers for these, children. 5. Whose. 6. Whose. 7. Which. 8. Who. 9. That. 10. Who. 11. That. 12. Which. 13. That. 14. Whose. 15. Who. Exercise F. Match the following. Here I am reading out the numbers. You can keep them right hand side. 7, 5, 6, 8, 2, 3, 1, 4. Exercise G. Combine the sentences in F and rewrite them below. Make any changes that are needed. First one already they have given. They have given two ways of writing. Helen Keller, who was blind, deaf and mute, was born in Alabama, USA. Helen Keller, who was born in Alabama, USA, was blind, deaf and mute. 2. Little Woman, which was the most famous work, was written by Louisa May Alcott. Number 3. Pearl S. Buck, who wrote fiction, won the Nobel Prize in Literature. 4. Aung San Suu Kyi, who was born in Rangoon, got the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991. No need to feel confusion, children. Here they have given in the form of matching as 2 sentences. We are making it as a sentence by excluding some of the words and by including some of the words which are essential to make it a meaningful sentences. Most of the words which were added here are relative pronouns. 5. Marie Curie, who was a brilliant scientist, won the Nobel Prize. Won the Nobel Prize twice, once for physics and the second time for chemistry. You can write like that, or else you can write Marie Curie, who was a brilliant scientist, won the Nobel Prize twice. Number 6. Amelia Earhart was one of the see here, children, 6th one. Amelia Earhart was one of the world's greatest adventurers, flew across the Atlantic Ocean. Number 7. India, which is the largest democracy, which one we are going through now? 7th one, children, go through carefully. India, which is the largest democracy, was ruled by Indira Gandhi. 8th one. Mother Teresa, who devoted her life to helping poor, found the Missionaries of Charity. I think everyone have written correctly. Now we will go through other exercise. More about relative pronouns. Define these terms using a suitable relative pronoun. An inventor is one who makes new things. A telescope is an instrument which is used to see the heavenly bodies. An architect is one who designs buildings. An astronomer is one who studies about universe. A camel is an animal which lives in desert. An engineer is one who design and make engines. A blackboard is one which is used to write on it. A pilot is one who operates the planes. An explorer is one who explores to new places. Define these terms using a relative pronoun. So firstly, you have to consult a dictionary to know the meanings of these words. Then you have to write the meaning of those words by using relative pronoun. Exercise I. Even this also, what did they tell you? How much do you know about Indian history? Fill in the short blanks with relative pronouns and the longer ones with words from the box. So short blanks has to be filled with the relative pronouns. So you have to know the rules and regulations, how should you use relative pronouns, and longer blanks with the options what did they give above the blanks. For doing that, you should have good knowledge in GK related to social. First one, 2 blanks they have given. So I am reading out first blank and then second blank. I am not repeating first blank and second blank. I am reading out in the order. 2 answers in each sentence. So you have to observe that carefully. First one, who, poet and writer. 2, which, Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. Go through, children, then you can understand. Third one, who, succeeded Babur as the emperor. 4, whose, captured Gujarat and Malwa. 5, who, greatest ruler of the greatest ruler of the Mughal dynasty? 6. Rana Pratap of Mewar, which? 7. Founded a new religious path, which? 8. Was succeeded by Jahangir, whose? 9. Who? Ambassador of the King of England. 10. Shah Jahanabad, which? 11. Who? In the Deccan. 12. Who? Shivaji, his greatest threat. I think you have answered correctly. 12th one, who? Shivaji, his greatest threat. Exercise J. Rewrite these sentences correctly. First one, already they have given. This car, which runs on battery, was presented by my uncle. Number 2, the worker who was caught sleeping in the office was fired by the manager. 3, a man who is cheerful is liked by all. 4, the painting that was auctioned was bought by a rich collector. 5, the flowers which I have put in the vase are still fresh. 6, the knife which we use to cut vegetables is very sharp. 7, the people whose cars were damaged in the accident complained to the police. 8, the tall girl whom you met is my sister. Let us start our today's session, children. Now we are going through Unit 4, Reading C, Extensive Reading. Read the following story. The title of the story, The Emperor's New Clothes. What can you understand by going through the title? What did they keep there in emperors? Apostrophe, possession or possessive case. Whose clothes here? The emperor's clothes. What kind of clothes? New clothes. So now we are going to read out the story related to emperor's new clothes. What kind of mania or craze he shows towards new clothes. Then what happened at last? Did he learn any moral or did he learn any lesson at the end of the story? Let us go through. We will get an idea. The emperor's new clothes. Many years ago, there was an emperor who was so fond of new clothes that he spent all his money on them. So many years ago, long time ago, what happened? There was an emperor. So I don't know how far you have remembered, children. We have gone through story writing with hints. Outline of story writing. There, what did we learn? Always story should be there in past tense, even though they give the guidelines in present tense. Here also, if you observe the story, now I am going to recall what kind of guidelines I have given you at the time of explaining story writing with hints. So here also, as we are going through a story, here they have used past tense. Long time ago or many years ago, what happened? There was an emperor who was so fond of new clothes. So he shows likeliness or he likes very much. What did he like or what he likes? New clothes. Always he is fond of wearing new clothes or putting on new clothes, just like kids. That he spent all his money on them. Spent means whatever money is there with you, he used to spend his money. Spend. Here they have used past tense, past habitual action. Spent all his money on them. Them means what? On new clothes. One day, two men came to the emperor's court. What happened one day? Two men came. Then what did they do? Two men came to the emperor's court. Then they have started speaking. Let us go through. Then we'll get an idea. We were weavers, they said. Who said? Those two men who came to emperor's court. They have introduced themselves as, we were weavers. We weave the clothes. We make clothes. We can make the most beautiful cloth in the world. What can we make, children? What can they make? Yes, they have introduced themselves as, we were weavers. We can weave or make the clothes very nicely, beautifully, which attracts others. So we can make the most beautiful cloth in the world. They have used a superlative degree here. Most. The emperor was very happy. He was delighted. Who was delighted here? He felt very happy as he was fond of wearing new clothes. Our cloth is also very special, said the man. So our cloth is very special. It is extraordinary, awesome. Only wise men can see it, fools cannot. So they have started exaggerating their clothes. But here, the king is not thinking they are exaggerating. Okay, it is correct. What did they tell is correct. Oh, what? Is it true? I did not listen or come across such kind of clothes until now. He was surprised, shocked. Only wise men can see it, fools cannot. That's very good. Oh, very nice. Pleasing to hear also, thought the emperor. Think, thought. When I wear clothes made with it, I will know who is wise and who is foolish. Very nice to hear. Then immediately he got an idea. What kind of idea is it? When I wear clothes made with it, okay, very nice. Then I can recognize and I can understand who is very wise and who is very foolish, who is clever, who is not clever. I can understand, I can recognize, understand, recognize, realize very easily, because already weavers quoted a tagline there. What did they tell? Our clothes are very special. Why are they special? What's the reason there? Only wise men can see it, fools cannot. So the tagline attracted the king, or he was fascinated by the tagline. Then I can realize very clearly, very easily. What kind of people are there? Are they more wise people are there or foolish are there? I can recognize, then I can take decisions very easily. The emperor gave the men a lot of money. So emperor was pleased. He was attracted, fascinated towards them. And immediately what did he do? He has given them lot of money. Bulk amount of money was given to them. Start weaving at once, he told them. Yes, immediately you have to start weaving. I need them as early as possible. I am very enthusiastic, eagerly waiting to put on such kind of cloths, very special cloths. They set up 2 looms. They have made their arrangements. Looms, which are used to weave the clothes. And pretended to be very busy. Acted as if they are very busy. But actually what's going on there? They were idle. Means workless. Though they had nothing at all on the looms, nothing was there on the looms. They asked for the finest silk and the purest gold thread. Actually, they were not working at all. They are pretending, acting as if they were working. And then what did they do? They have asked the people. People in the sense, emperor. The workers who are there with them. So what did they ask? They have asked, we need finest silk and purest gold thread to do the work. They put these in their own bags. Then what did they do? Yes, what did they ask? All were provided to those 2 weavers. Then they have kept everything in their bags and they worked at the empty looms until late at night. Means until late night. So until late night, they have continued working. They have pretended as if they were working. I should like to know how those weavers are getting on with my cloth, thought the emperor. So emperor want to have a look. Just he wants to know how are they working. If I get an idea, then he feels happy. Okay, they are working well. Only wise men can see the cloth. Yeah, they have told only wise men can see the cloth. So I have to send wise people from my kingdom to see how the weavers are working. I will send my old minister, who is the wisest man in the court. I'll send him. So the good old minister went into the room in which the men were working at the empty looms. So the good old minister, what did he do? He went inside the room in which the men were working at the empty looms. What can be the meaning of this? Thought the old man, opening his eyes very wide. He was unable to see anything there. He was unable to see. There was nothing. Looms were empty. They are pretending as if they were working. The old minister came to understand what is this. He started opening his eyes very widely and observing what was going on there. Nothing is there. I cannot see anything on the looms. The looms were empty. I cannot see anything there. Come a little nearer, said the man to the minister. Isn't the cloth beautiful? If you can come little bit nearer, you can see the cloth, minister. See how beautiful the cloth. Isn't the cloth beautiful? They started questioning. They pointed to the empty looms. The poor old minister looked hard. He could see nothing on the looms, for nothing was there. They pointed on the empty looms. They pointed to the empty looms, and the two weavers started conversing with the old man, old minister. He looked very hard, but he can't say anything. He looked nothing there. Nothing was there. He started telling what was there to see. Nothing was there. What? He thought. Is it possible that I am a fool? What? As I am unable to see anything there, I am a fool. He started questioning. Well, sir, said one of the men, how do you like the cloth? Obviously, literally, very clearly. Yes, as you were unable to see anything there, obviously you are a fool. How do you like the cloth? Again they started questioning. Oh, it's splendid, said the minister. So here, what can you understand? The poor old minister recognized they were not doing anything there. Then he started questioning himself. If I question them, then I have to accept that I am a fool. He started communicating with himself, self-communication, and he was calm. Because if I start expressing, then I should accept that I am a fool. So he did not express. Then one of the weavers asked, how was the cloth? Then what did he tell? Oh, it's splendid, excellent, marvelous, said the minister. Now the emperor thought he would like to see the cloth. I should also see the cloth. So he called his officers and went with them to the weaver's room. Isn't the cloth beautiful? Said the old minister, pointing to the empty looms. How is this? Said the emperor to himself. Again now, what happened? Even the emperor also want to see how the cloth was. So he called the officers, some of the officers, and went along with them. Then, isn't the cloth beautiful? Said the old minister. See how beautiful the cloth is, pointing to the empty looms. How is this? Said the emperor to himself. The emperor also questioned and answered to himself. I can see nothing at all, and am I a fool? He also questioned to himself. I can't say anything there, but if I question, then I'll be a fool. Oh, it's beautiful. The emperor answered, it is very beautiful. Said the emperor aloud, very loudly he said. All the officers looked keenly. They saw nothing on the looms, but they all said, it's very beautiful. In the same way, who accompanied the king or emperor also, they were unable to see anything there, but they also said, it is very beautiful. for the great procession next week, said the old minister. Procession. So procession means what, children? Do you know the meaning of the word procession? I'll tell you. A number of people or vehicles moving forward in an orderly fashion. Or see here, children. So if you see the picture, you can understand here very clearly. Many people are going in a way, in an order. So just like a ceremony, a formal religious or public occasion, especially one celebrating a particular event. So here what happened? All the officers looked keenly. They saw nothing on the looms, but they all said it's very beautiful. They also felt in the same way, but none of them are ready to accept that they are fools. Then they said it's very beautiful for the great procession next week. So next week there will be a great procession, said the old minister. Kindly wear robes made of this cloth. The emperor agreed. Robes. Robes means a loose garment, children. A long loose outer garment reaching to the ankles. Means above the foot. So you have to put on these robes when the great procession is there next week. The weavers worked harder than ever. At last, they said the cloth was ready. They cut in the air with a huge pair of scissors. They pretended as if they were working a lot, and they were working a lot than ever. Until now, they did not work like this, but they are working very hard for the emperor. And they have cut the cloth in air. How did they cut? With a huge pair of scissors. They stitched the clothes with the needles without any thread in them. They did not fill the needle hole with the thread also. Okay, simply they cut the cloth. Said, they cried at last, the emperor's new clothes are ready. What were ready? The emperor's new clothes are ready. Yes, oh my goodness. I am very happy to announce. Stitching is completed and our emperor's new clothes are ready. The emperor went to the weavers with his officers. The weavers raised their arms in the air. So they have raised their arms like this and started telling, see how beautiful the clothes are. You can see here. These are the trousers and this is the coat. It's so light, said one of them. Oh, it's very less white. Yes, we can feel comfortable by wearing such kind of clothes. You won't even feel the cloth, said the other. You can't feel also. And they have started appreciating the cloth. Even the cloth is not there. As the situation is like that. If they don't appreciate, they have to accept that they are the fools. That's the beauty of it, said one officer. Yes, said all the others. That's the beauty of it. So it's very beautiful. It is the nature of that cloth. But they could not see anything. There was nothing to see. Nothing was there. Will your majesty take off your clothes? Said the man. So what did they tell? Will your majesty remove the clothes? Then you can put on your new clothes. You can wear your new clothes. The emperor took off all his clothes. The men made a show of putting new clothes on him. So what did the men do? They have started making a show as if they were putting on the new clothes. To whom? To emperor. The emperor stood in front of a mirror and turned round and round. He started making rounds by standing opposite to the mirror. How well his majesty looks in his new clothes, cried all his officers. They started telling, you are very beautiful. Emperor, you are very beautiful. Then the emperor walked along in the procession. So procession meaning just now we have gone through, children, formal, religious or public occasion, especially one celebrating a particular event. People in the streets cried, how beautiful the emperor's new clothes are. Even everyone started appreciating how the Emperor's new clothes are there, but he's got nothing on at all. Nothing was there. Said a little child. What is this? The emperor did not put on clothes. With a naked body he is coming. No clothes at all. And one person said to the other, he has nothing on at all. He has nothing on. Our emperor did not put on the clothes. He has nothing on, cried all the people. One by one started expressing the reality. The emperor felt unhappy. He was not at all happy. He knew that the people were right. He had nothing on. But the procession had to go on. As if everything is there. Or else it will be a great insult for him if he accepts everything. That's why, even though we have likeliness, limitations should not be crossed, children. Then we become fools like this only. Answer the following questions. First, listen the lesson carefully, then you can answer the questions. Go through the material also. If everything you touched became gold, would you be happy? We'll go through. Even this also will not be happy, to be frank. Why? What's the reason? King Midas was a very greedy king. Even though he was very rich, he always craved for more and more. Very greedy means even though he is very rich, still he is fond of gaining something. Still I need something. Still. He wants to increase his wealth or wealthiness. Every day he prayed God for more and more. I need more than this. One day God appeared before him and granted him a wish. And he has given him a wish. Midas asked, give me golden touch. Everything I touch should become gold. Okay, give me golden touch. Whatever I touch, it should become gold. God smiled and granted him the golden touch, saying, anything that you touch will turn into gold. So God smiled and granted him whatever you touch that becomes gold. The king was delighted with his good fortune. I am so very lucky. I am very lucky. So God has given me wish also. Everything he touched turned into gold. He turned trees, grass, tables, chairs, flowers, and vases into gold. Whatever he touches, it turns into gold. So trees, grass, tables, chairs, etc. Whatever he touches, it becomes gold or turns into gold. He thought that he must be the richest man in the world. So he was unable to understand the reality. So what did he think? I'll be the richest man in the world. But in the evening, when he sat down for supper, he started feeling hungry. Then he wants to take some food. King Midas was not so happy. His food turned into the gold the moment he touched it, and he had to go to bed without any food. So what happened? When he had touched the food, it also turned into gold. Then he has to go to his bed with empty stomach. He did not have food also. However, King Midas was too greedy to be sad about it. He was too greedy. He wants to be the richest man in the world. So he did not take it as a great deal or great matter. Okay, nothing happens. He was not sad also. Unhappy also. The next morning, the king's daughter ran to hug her father. But alas, what happened? King's daughter, she ran and came very near to the king and hugged her father. Then what happened? But alas, the minute she kissed him, she turned into a gold statue. She has become a statue. King Midas, who loved his daughter very much, was very sad, and he ran to the temple for help. So he was very sad, as her daughter also turned into a gold statue. And immediately what did he do? He ran to the temple for help. He cried, God, please help me. I don't want to be rich anymore. I only want my beloved daughter back. God changed everything back to normal. King Midas had learned his lesson and was never greedy again. So he has learnt a lesson. We should not be too greedy. We should be satisfied with what we have. And he did not behave like that again. Hope you might have enjoyed and learnt the moral of the story. Thank you. Have a nice day.